Biochar culture. This term was coined by myself. Here, biochar definitions are evolving and some are limited to explaining its use for soil amendment alone. In the book that I have written, the idea of biochar is adopted as a broad concept and the term biochar culture is used instead. This makes the idea more resourceful and avoids casting biochar as merely a product used for soil amendment. As part of biochar culture, the biochar can be used and reused in many ways and in the process address many important needs and benefits. For example, biochar in compost reduces greenhouse gas emissions, reduces leachate and thus loss of valuable minerals, absorbs the urea or nitrogen, and finally applied to soil enhances its fertility. The whole process brings about effective composting, greenhouse gases reduction, improvements in sanitation, and increases the overall value of biochar. Here, Lloyd Halferty, an engineering technologist and principal biochar consultant, in 2012 has explained my approach. And he said, to give credit to the term biochar culture, must acknowledge Dr. N. Sai Bhaskar Reddy, Geoecology Energy Organization, Hyderabad, India, who has been successfully utilizing biochar compost for the past few years in his country. He is part of the vanguard of a new biochar based agricultural paradigm shift away from green revolution technologies and towards holistic growing, gardening or farming techniques, and which also includes most of the organic and permaculture techniques. This is how he has cited my work. It takes time for biochar to become biochar culture if such practices do not exist traditionally. All the sources of charcoal as a byproduct from biomass cook stoves or other sources have always remained in the same environment and have been part of our daily life. The presence of biochar in a given place creates a positive environment. Biochar is derived as a byproduct of a number of processes such as burning of crop residue, either intentionally, accidentally or naturally burning of biomass as fuel in cook stoves. Biomass is used for sanitation related purposes in toilets or urinals, for cleaning teeth, for cleaning utensils, and producing biochar bricks used in construction, in poultry bedding material, and very small quantities in the feed, in refrigerators as pieces of charcoal for reducing odors. Bamboo biochar, traditionally used by the Japanese, likewise has a variety of uses. Biochar products have not traditionally been commercial products and have served multiple purposes before ultimately reaching the fields for use in improving the soil environment. The biochar ultimately ending up in the soil helps to address the problem of global warming through carbon sequestration. Biochar was not discovered suddenly. It can be adopted by farmers of all types. One should not rush to apply large quantities of biochar to crops expecting a bumper yield. Consistent annual incremental application is more sustainable for the farm and for the environment. Unlike the manner in which chemical fertilizers have been applied over the last 50 years, which has rendered farms unsustainable and has even turned some into ecological disasters. So, if you see these figures, so biochar is a product between biomass and the energy. So, when biomass gets combusted in the less oxygen conditions, that's what we call pyrolysis, then biochar is one of the end products. Biochar culture can be looked broadly as most importantly it is used for soil amendment and agriculture, but also the other aspects of our life such as cultural and other traditional practices and from the various sources of biomasses and the domestic animals. So everything is interrelated. As soil amendment and agriculture, there is increased production or the yield of the crops. The soil temperature is regulated, moisture retention also increased. Water conservation is happening because of moisture retention. Nitrogen, phosphorus retention is happening. And in nurseries, the germination and root growth is also increasing. The pesticides adsorption is happening, so thereby improving the soil conditions or health. Soil microbial density is increasing manifold, many times. And biochar compost, CO2 and CH4 emissions are reduced. And earthworms numbers are increasing over a period. Termites and ants get repelled initially due to its abrasive nature. So it is good in the short term period of its application. Carbon sequestration is the broader and the most important benefit as geoengineering globally. The biochar is having so much credit now as one of the best solutions. Even IPCC quotes that. We have different biomass sources. Some are composted, but some are used for their daily other uses, but some are directly burnt. So in the cook stoves we see people use as fuel, and but here we can have some gas-based stoves and improved cook stoves where we get good quantity of biochar. Crop residue, the stubble burning is a very big issue, and we have many the millions of tons of crop residue is wasted. So here again that can be converted into biochar. And animals, poultry litter, sometimes it is too much, say the poultry birds litter in some areas, so they can't sell also. So that some of that can be converted into biochar. And the sludge in the waste management process that is generated, that can also be converted into biochar. But here again, when we convert the sludge into biochar, how to use, where to use, certain things we have to remember, because we cannot use some of the contaminant sludges for the edible crops or as feeds to animals like that. So within this domain of this birds, poultry birds, when we use biochar, they reduce the methane emissions We know the poultry bird generate lots of methane, and it is a potent greenhouse gas which leads to global warming. And here, when we manage the livestock, especially small ruminants or cattle, domesticated animals, so when we apply biochar, so it absorbs the urine and dung, or the cow dung slurry and all that. So again it reduces the emissions in that area and improves the sanitation in those areas. So that way it adds lots of value. And in the farmyard manure or compost, again all the nutrients are absorbed, emissions are absorbed, it increases the process of composting and farmyard manure preparation. It's a direct value. And as feed additive also one can use for ruminant animals to reduce the methane emissions within their gut, and many animals suffer because of excess emissions generated in their body. So it improves their health also. So like that we have many applications. So in the cultural aspects, right from say the spiritual considerations, where people have some yajnas, yagas, altars and all that, are in some belief systems, rituals, and some burning that happens during the festivals. So in the cremation also it is seen. Finally the bones that are collected from cremation ground, that is the carbonized bones, it is bone charcoal, and then that is mixed with the three rivers meat. So this is an important ceremony in Hindu culture. So this bone biochar adds lots of value in purification of the water. So that way, to keep our streams clean, this particular ritual that is helping. So again, when we see in the regular our practices within the food, it is part. Many of our foods that consumed, biochar is an integral part. At least in outa of biochar is there. Some good foods which are considered as healthy. And in preserving food also, traditionally, like when refrigeration was not there, people always used some charcoal pieces along with the non-vegetarian raw mutton and other products, so that the emissions from that non-vegetarian material would come down. So as cleaning agent it is used very traditionally. So biochar plus ash is a very good cleaning agent for utensils especially, and it can be used as a medicine also. So when we, as some doctors also prescribe in Ayurveda this bone charcoal and medicine. So together a patient has to take something like that. And even the biochar tablets are sold also in some medical shops. And a mattress, yes, all our mattress where we use for sleeping. So there are lots of emissions within the mattress, because each mattress can last at least 20 years nowadays. So by putting some biochar as a layer within this mattress, which can be regularly changed also. So especially the mattress in the hospital, they are the worst things I can say. So we can always reduce these emissions and maintain that sanitation conditions. And as tooth powder, traditionally we had been using biochar, and even now in many rural areas it is used And as for air quality improvement as purifier, even using in toilets where the exhaust fans are there, or you can create biochar bricks, that is another big thing. Or even for these air conditioned places, we need some air purifiers or air cleaners. So we can use some biochar filters within the closed environments, non-compromising the cold air, and as well as treating our own air within indoors. So for water treatment, it had been there as activated carbon, and since very long we had been using, and with contamination of waters increasing globally, and this aspect is increasing actually. The utility of charcoal, biochar, or activated carbon in water treatment, even for the nalas which are polluted, we can use the biochar as a remedy. And as I said, biochar bricks, as I have constructed an house with biochar bricks, they are breathing walls. So they can take all indoor air pollution, and they can create clean, livable environments. So this is an important aspect in congested places where we live. And again here, as urinals, yes, again biochar has importance. Where urine is urea, so biochar has very good affinity with nitrogen. So when urine is let into biochar, then it holds this nitrogen, and then when this is applied to soil, it adds lots of value to the plants. In soak pits or even in septic tanks, traditionally we had been using, and this need to be not to forget things. I mean to say, people even now they may not be doing, but we need to do. As a filtering media for many chemicals and pollutants, this is used, and as insect repellent also, especially the crawling insects, because that has some abrasive nature. So I have used the biochar paint for the plants, or including to protect the wooden structures from termites and all that. So we can create many such things. So the total values or utility aspects of biochar are many. So we can look into these things. So biochar culture, broadly how I define is bio plus char plus culture is a broader representation of charcoal that covers all aspects relevant to its use. So here I am not limiting to small areas, but I have broadened the scope of utility of biochar by using this term, as we use like agriculture, horticulture. So we use this particular term culture. So why not for biochar?